Greetings and salutations to you people of the internet. So we're going to be doing a bit of a unboxing today. So this has arrived with me. This is the Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech X-Men Cable. What a box this is. Just all these fantastic kind of just images. It's very comic booky. Love it, absolutely love it. It's just lots of just random images from different comic books, and yeah. So why have I bought this? I guess back in the day. Let's go back in the day. The first time I ever went to a proper comic book shop. Well, I say proper. This is Manchester in the 90s. And yeah, so they sold, loads of import comics, as it were. And also, it was one of these shops actually to make ends meet, though, nowadays. They had to have like a beaded curtain, and behind that was where they sold the porn. So it's basically just the pawn shop that sold a lot of comic books, but that's what we had then. That's what we had to have, just to go through there and go like, oh no, I'm not looking over there. I'm just here for the comic books. I'm only 16 or whatever, so just here for the comics. And yeah, I picked up X-Force issue number 2, which was mostly a big fight between Deadpool and the new Weapon X at the time, Garrison Kane. So, but I think it did have some brief snatches to the X-Force team in that one. And then I just started buying this comic book. Really got into it with that kind of, because I thought, oh, this is new, this has just started. Don't really need to know much about, the backstory or anything like that. Well, obviously I did, because, most of the the first generation of X-Force were offshoots from New Mutants. But yeah, the main honcho, the head honcho himself, Cable, was just a character that fascinated me. Because, like robots and cyborgs and stuff, and he had this big, cyber organic arm. So, he was just kind of, he's got his telekinesis and he was badass, and he didn't have any feet. But yeah, all these weird Rob Liefeld proportions and stuff like that. So, I really got into it. So when this, I have one of the more modern looking cables from Marvel Legends. I didn't end up getting the more vintage inspired cable with all the pouches and stuff. But when I saw this, I was like, yeah, that's my cable. That is my cable. So we're going to open it up. For some reason, there's no sellotape on that. It's always, it makes you feel a bit weird when you get one of these import figures. And they just, we're not going to sellotape it. We trust people. So yeah, bringing it out of the box. Again, this big clamshell here. Some parts, stand tucked up over here, and just some nice little random comic book backdrop. So let's get this guy open. I'm always nervous that when you do this, it'll just ping, and then everything in the tray will just shoot out everywhere. Whew. Almost. Got some hands moving around. So yeah, let's get this bit of plastic out of the way. Get the main figure out. Wow. Yeah, this is this is great. Let's take these bits off here that are there to stop the paint rubbing. Let's just let it rub away now. Let's just let it rub away. Look at that. Look at it. The proportions are just absolutely phenomenal. That's weird. It's straight off. I mean, so he's got these big thick arms, and it's just this one like small ball joint there. So it's like the Revoltech joint that's they're using are very tiny compared to just the mass of his arms. That's quite weird. I thought they would have had like a bigger fitting in there, but yeah, so that's going to look a bit weird occasionally with poses, but you know, it is what it is. And this guy's got this yellow is just so vibrant. How well you can make this figure out. Yeah. New toy smell. Yeah. Yeah, the head sculpt's great. I don't know. It's definitely its own style, you know, its own little continuity type thing, because it's, you know, it's not really, I would say it's not really like Western Cable. It's got just, there's something just about it. It's just got, but it's got a lot of character. Some weird articulation going on. You can take the sides off. Look at that. So they're on ball joints there, so you can do a bit of butterflying. But yeah, it just comes off. Oh, look at that ab crunch. Oh, yeah. It's even got like a separation there in the head, so you can move it up and down and move it around, move it back. Yeah, this guy is hyper articulated. Oh, he's still got a bit of plastic there in his boot. He's probably pulling out bits of these protective plastic wrappings for days, man. Come on, get out. Yeah, I just love the proportions. All the thigh swivels and just, you know, for a thick guy, you know, he's got all these splits going on. His ass kind of stops him from his leg going backwards, but he can he do a, he can't really do a highish kick either. That's weird, man. So he can't really kick high or back, but he can go out the side like a mother. Then it's just a single joint on that knee. That's weird. That is weird. But then there's like a full Revoltech joint here at the boot. He's got these stomping boots on. I think the boot, you know, the feet are as small as he can get away with, you know. But there's definitely, you know, these big thick legs that go to these feet. So yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I just love the yellows, the texture on the blue suit. And I just like everything of just the white line going down, just to the red line. Sorry, white line. What am I on about? Plus that with all the metallic stuff as well. Yeah, this guy is really cool. Really cool. So he comes with another, sets of hands. So he comes with trigger fingers for both hands, and grasping emotive hands as well, and a couple of these side things that we know not what for. It probably says in the instructions. We've got instructions here. Right, looks like we can take these off, then replace them with them so they can become holsters for his guns. So there you go. So the holsters. We'll leave the pouches on for now because it's all about the pouches, isn't it? And we're going to swap his hands without taking that arm off. That's a bit annoying. It's a bit too loose, that. I like that it gives that extra articulation, but that ball joint, just if you hold him by his arm, it'll fall off. So we'll take that off and we'll put a gun hand on, trigger holding. There you go, pop. And again, over here. You should probably warm this up a bit before you start doing this type of stuff, but we're here and we're just doing it for the unboxing. So first off, here's these silver pistols. That's a proper pair of just blasters there, in it. Yeah. So they're pretty cool. And then the big guns come out. Just got one gun like so, and then another more grenade launcher thing going on, and like that. Now it looks like in the instructions these kind of have ways and means of like coming apart. Probably not like that. I think I've just should not have bent that. Oh well, live and learn. And you can actually rearrange them into different positions, but we're not going to get into that because I think I might have damaged the peg already. So yeah, definitely look, snapped a peg there on that gun already because I'm an idiot. So that'll super glue on. That'll be fine. But yeah, just be careful. That's the aim of the game here. Well, yeah, it should be harder plastic. We'll blame the plastic, not my rough housing. We've got one of these little sticky things, and that's so when we get in the head, we can actually change where his one eye is looking at. But it's quite a beady eye, so I don't know how much I'm going to use that. And with the experience with the Harlequin one of those, it's like getting them. I suppose you don't have that problem with Cable, of getting them both looking in the right direction, because he's only got one eye. He's got a secondary head, like so. So when you take the head off, you need to make sure to get that bit of hair and put that on here as well, otherwise it'll look slightly wrong. And his secondary head is more angry and more his telekinetic powers are flaring up there. So that's cool. Size comparison wise, so here he is with his teammate, Marvel Legends Shatterstar. I actually quite like that. That looks quite cool. Shatterstar was mercilessly just treated so unfairly in that movie Deadpool 2. Fuck that movie. And if you wanted to put him with Transformers, here he is with a Transformers Siege Sideswipe, deluxe scale, and with your more vintage G.I. Joe. Here he is with the Dread Pirate Dreadnought Zanzibar. All in all, he's really good. He's really good. I'm a bit disappointed that I snapped a post of this weapon. They can see it starts. We'll be able to do all this funky stuff, but yeah, there's just that break there. It'll super glue, but I know I won't feel as confident sticking that stock on it. I can stick the stock there and turn it into a sniper rifle. So yeah, so I'll be able to do it that way. And I presume once that's back in place, that way. So yeah, it can either be a double-barreled gun thing or turn into a sniper rifle. And this, who knows how you add this onto it. That feels loose as well. Well, that's just a post for the handle. I was a bit worried there. That bit comes off. Right, you can probably have a lot of, like I said, there's probably a lot of things you could do with these guns, but we're not going to get into that because we've already broken one of them. But other than that, yeah, I'm really impressed. It's going to be, and I think this is guy, he looks cool like that, but he's going to be a guy who looks really cool when he's in some like crazy action poses and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, that's that. I think that's what the Yamaguchi, Amazing Yamaguchi line does. Is don't worry, it's not. There's ball joints again. So I'd like the ball joints to click in a bit sturdier. The more I'm playing with this, but all in all, I'm really impressed with just the boldness of the design. Yeah, it's cool. But maybe a little bit too fragile. But it's not an action figure, is it? It's a posable figure. And you need to remember that, I think, when you play. We shouldn't be playing with these. You should just be adjusting them. I think that's what you call it, don't you? You should be just adjusting these, not playing with them. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Join me next time. There'll be more videos of random figures. Until then, be excellent to each other Party on, dudes, and because you deserve it, let's bump this, shall we? Bestow! Bestow!